In this section, we're going to talk about punctuation vis-a-vis dialogue. Now, we're not just going to talk about all of dialogue. In a later course that I have planned dedicated to dialogue, we'll cover dialogue in detail. But for right now, I just want to cover punctuation relative to dialogue. Now, all of the existing punctuation rules that we covered apply to what's inside the double quotes or part of dialogue. It's just that dialogue has a few more punctuation options. First of all, the double quotes that surround it, and the use of commas. In fact, let's jump ahead and look at what we're going to cover in this section. First, we're going to look at using double quotes with dialogue. So the entirety of your dialogue is enclosed in a pair of double quotes, and that involves some spacing that we already talked about. You're going to snug those quotes up around your dialogue, and then it also involves some comma usage. Now, as I said, all the existing rules for using commas and so on in your dialogue apply within dialogue. It's just like writing, but it's quoted and people are saying it. In some cases, it's usually a lot more casual because it is people speaking, unless they're extremely educated or sophisticated or whatever you want to call it, and talk in more sophisticated or more stilted and formal terms. But we're going to look at how to use commas specifically with dialogue. I usually terminate dialogue with commas if you attribute the dialogue to a speaker. You also include dialogues to say who you're speaking, or you also include commas to say who you're speaking to within dialogue. So those are the two biggies of using commas that we're going to look at. And then we're going to look at spacing once again. What about spacing of the punctuation for dialogue? We're going to cover that one more time really quickly. And that's going to be all covered within a single lecture. So without further ado, let's jump to that single lecture, which is the rules for writing dialogue using punctuation. I'll see you there.